self-made millionaires from everyone else. They work 10x harder than the average person. They're born under a lucky star. They activate their pineal gland. It's all just blind luck, being in the right place at the right time. They bought stocks or cryptocurrency at the right time. The truth is, it's none of those things. You could read every self-help book on Amazon, watch hours of manifestation videos on YouTube, go to Bali or Nepal or Mexico to feel more spiritual, or even spend months digging through Google, and you still wouldn't find this one missing piece to attracting unlimited wealth. Why? Because this one thing isn't some law of attraction tricks or a mindset hack. It's already inside of you. It's a little billion-dollar switch that when activated can make you very wealthy. This switch in your brain system, it's not the pineal gland that you're likely familiar with. It's actually the key secret to spotting and attracting wealth into your life effortlessly. Yet we didn't even know what it did until my university friend, who was an assistant to one of today's billionaires, discovered something shocking. He had been invited to an exclusive, invitation-only mastermind, a private gathering where the world's wealthiest individuals meet once or twice a year in ultra-secluded, off-the-grid locations. What he overheard there changed everything, because in that room behind closed doors, they weren't talking about business strategies, stock tips, or real estate deals. They were talking about a Tesla frequency to flip on our billion-dollar switch, allowing you to recognize and attract the kind of wealth that were previously invisible to you. So we're going to activate your billion-dollar switch using this Tesla frequency on this page today, right now. All high net worth individuals activated their billion-dollar switch using this Tesla frequency, something that was completely unattainable for those struggling financially. It was almost as if their minds made them naturally attract hidden wealth. The Tesla frequency is so precise that when traced back, it led to a mathematical pattern first uncovered by Nikola Tesla himself. So if you can sit still for the next 2 minutes and watch everything in this video, you'll have the same Tesla frequency to turn on your billion-dollar switch too. And if you're feeling skeptical, I get it. I was skeptical too. So let me introduce myself. My name is Alex Wellington, and this short story is humiliating. But stay with me, because it's important. If you had told me years ago that I'd be sitting here, sharing this with you, that I'd go from barely affording gas money to unlocking a secret that the world's wealthiest 1% have been using for decades, I would have laughed in your face. This story is without all the nonsense and fluff. Just a short, humiliating story that I encountered months ago. I thought I was going to lose everything. I never imagined life would turn out this way, because just a few years ago, I wasn't just broke. I was completely shattered. I still remember the night it all hit me. The bills had piled up so high, I stopped opening them. The red notices from the bank, the threats to cut off the power, the calls from debt collectors. I learned to ignore them all, but the one thing I couldn't ignore was the look on my wife's face. She tried to stay strong. She tried to tell me everything would be okay, but I could see it in her eyes. She was scared, and she had every reason to be. Because that night, as we sat at the kitchen table, staring at the final eviction notice, she finally broke down. "Alex, we can't do this anymore." Her voice was shaking. She wasn't just talking about the debt. She was talking about us. I wanted to say something, to tell her that things would turn around, that I'd figure it out. But what do you say when you can't even afford rent? When your own child is wearing the same shoes from 2 years ago because you can't buy new ones? I just sat there, silent. I had failed as a husband, failed as a father, failed as a man. "I'm bringing our son to my parents." Her words pierced my heart like 1,000 knives. You see, I had done everything they told me to do. I worked 2 jobs, a door-to-door sales rep by day and a gas station cashier by night. During the day, I dragged myself from neighborhood to neighborhood, knocking on doors, trying to sell home security systems. It was the kind of job nobody wanted. Commission only, soul-crushing, and filled with constant rejection. Most people wouldn't even open the door. Some slammed it in my face before I could finish my first sentence. At night, I stood behind the counter at a rundown gas station, barely staying awake as I rang up cigarettes and energy drinks for late-night customers. I was running on 4 hours of sleep. I thought if I just worked hard enough, life would eventually get better. But no matter how much I hustled, the bills kept piling up, the debts kept growing, and I was still stuck in the same dead-end cycle. Dead broke, drowning in debt, watching my family slip away from me. The next day, still in a haze, I walked into a small diner on the outskirts of town. I wasn't even hungry. I just needed to be anywhere but home. And that's when I saw him, sitting at a corner booth, sipping his coffee like he didn't have a care in the world. Gary Hill. We hadn't spoken in over a decade. Back in college, we were inseparable. We were teammates on our college rowing team. Those grueling 5 a.m. practices on the river and late-night team strategy meetings. But after graduation, while I went down the traditional path, working on 2 jobs day and night, Gary disappeared. Rumors said that he had gotten involved with some of the richest people on the planet, that he had somehow worked his way into private high-net-worth circles. That's all that we knew about him. I never really believed it until I saw him sitting there, dressed in a tailored suit, wearing a watch worth more than my car. He recognized me instantly. "Alex?" He grinned. "Man, it's been a long time." We caught up over coffee, but the more I listened to Gary talk, the more I realized he wasn't just doing well, he had completely risen above the ordinary. I couldn't hold back anymore. I told him everything about the eviction, the debt, my wife, the fact that I felt like I was losing everything that mattered. And then he leaned in. "Alex, if I help you, you promise that you'll use your success to help someone else who's struggling, just like you are right now." I made him the promise, and then Gary revealed the truth to me. Here's Gary in his own words. "I worked my way into high net worth circles and eventually becoming a trusted assistant to one of the hidden billionaires. I get to attend private meetings that billionaires hold every year. During a recent secret gathering in a secluded Swiss chalet, I overheard a critical discussion about a type of money frequency. They weren't talking about investments, stock markets, or business strategies. They were talking about a specific sound frequency that takes only 7 minutes a day. They called it the billionaire frequency. And in that secret meeting, every single billionaire vouched for it. Not one, not two, all of them. They weren't debating if it worked. They were living proof that it did. One casually adjusted the limited edition Rolex on his wrist, mentioning how unexpected windfalls had become a regular thing since using the 369 Hz billionaire frequency. Another leaned back, swirling a glass of vintage whiskey, casually mentioning how he had just sealed a 6-figure deal in a single week, without lifting a finger. Then a third billionaire, known for keeping a low profile, spoke up. With a smirk, he shared how the billionaire frequency had helped him buy a multi-million-dollar yacht, where he had just hosted an exclusive, invite-only party at sea, surrounded by celebrities and the world's most powerful investors. The room erupted in laughter. To them, this was normal. While the rest of the world struggled to make ends meet, while people worked 60-hour weeks just to scrape by, they had unlocked the frequency that made money flow to them effortlessly, and it's only available to those already at the top. Politicians, royalty, ultra-wealthy investors, everyone else, left in the dark. They swore each other to secrecy. But here's where it gets interesting. I wasn't one of them. I was an outsider who got in, and what I saw made me sick. To keep this secret hidden while everyday people struggled to make ends meet? To allow only the elite to use this frequency while hardworking families live paycheck to paycheck? To me, this was nothing short of a crime. That's why I want to share it with someone. I didn't know who, until the universe chose to send you to me today. So sit down. Because if you're going to use this billionaire frequency to attract wealth correctly, there's one thing you must know. And you'd be shocked to know that right now your mind is tuned into the wrong frequency. In fact, most of us are. You've been unknowingly trapped in what we call the poor frequency, a hidden neurological state that keeps you stuck in a cycle of financial struggle, missed opportunities, and endless hard work with little reward. Think about it. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, You can never seem to get ahead. Like opportunities slip through your fingers while others seem to attract success effortlessly. Or like money is always running away from you instead of flowing toward you. That's the poor frequency at work. Scientists have discovered that stress, fear, and financial anxiety force the brain into poor frequency, blocking out money-attracting awareness. If you've ever worried about bills, if you've ever stressed over how to make ends meet, if you've ever felt stuck, powerless, or like life is just happening to you, then your brain has been trapped in this cycle, trapped in poor frequency for years, maybe even decades. When you're under constant stress, which we all face every single day, you're stuck in survival mode, always seeking out problems instead of wealth. You filter out wealth opportunities. You ignore profitable ideas. You unconsciously sabotage yourself before success even has a chance to happen. And the billionaires? They're operating on an entirely different internal frequency. The ultra-wealthy don't waste energy worrying about survival. Instead, their minds are locked into a high vibrational state, the billionaire frequency, where money and success naturally flow to them. They don't chase money. Money chases them, constantly attracting opportunities, spotting hidden advantages, magnetizing wealth like a supercharged antenna. I looked at Gary and said, "Okay, this all sounds great, but what exactly is this billionaire frequency, and how can I use it to finally start attracting wealth instead of pushing it away?" Gary then continued, "It all boils down to just three numbers, 3, 6, and 9 from the genius himself, Nikola Tesla. For decades, people believed Nikola Tesla was simply an inventor, a genius who revolutionized electricity, wireless energy, and countless technologies we still rely on today, such as radio and wireless connection, remote-controlled technology, X-ray technology, induction motors used in Tesla cars today, hydroelectric power, neon and fluorescent lighting, and many more. But what most don't know is that Tesla wasn't just an inventor. He was a master of energy, frequency, and manifestation. And among his many breakthroughs, there was one discovery he became obsessed with, a mathematical pattern so powerful that he called it the key to unlocking the universe. That pattern? 3, 6, and 9. Tesla believed these three numbers held the secret to unlimited creation, not just of ideas and inventions, but of wealth and reality itself. He didn't just say this, he lived by it. He would only stay in rooms with numbers 3, 6, or 9. He would circle a building exactly 3, 6, or 9 times before entering. He meticulously structured his work around this sequence, claiming it had the power to tap into something far beyond normal human understanding. At first, most dismissed it as superstition, until modern researchers uncovered something shocking. Tesla wasn't just talking about numbers. He was referring to a frequency, a very real, very specific vibrational pattern that interacts with the brain and the world around us in ways science is only now beginning to understand. And that frequency? 369 hertz. Among those billionaires, we call it the 369 hertz billionaire frequency. When exposed to this sound frequency, you'll start to attract wealth effortlessly. Researchers studying frequency therapy found that 369 hertz creates a heightened state of awareness. That means you'll be able to spot hidden financial opportunities before anyone else, manifest wealth easier than anyone else. Your mind starts filtering for wealth instead of survival. Financial breakthroughs, connections, and money flow toward you effortlessly. This isn't magic, it's science, and how your brain is wired to work when operating at its highest level. But for most people, from the moment we're born, we're conditioned into the poor frequency. We're programmed for struggle, for limitation, for scarcity. But with just 7 minutes a day of 369 hertz exposure, everything changes. The same frequency that elite insiders have quietly used for years. The same sequence that Tesla swore could unlock the universe's secrets. And you're about to experience its power for yourself. Gary went on to tell me, "I secretly recorded the entire discussion at the Billionaire's secret meeting, and later I took the recordings to a close friend of mine, someone I knew I could trust. Not just any friend, a professional sound engineer who had worked on cutting-edge sound wave technology for major research labs and high-profile private clients. When I played the recording for him, he listened in stunned silence. Then he looked at me and said, "Gary, do you have any idea what you've just uncovered? This could change millions of lives." And he knew what needed to be done. We used advanced frequency mapping technology to isolate the exact 369 Hz frequency, the same billionaire frequency that was being quietly passed around the ultra-rich. Then they engineered a precise audio track, one that could be used by anyone to instantly tune the brain to the 369 Hz billionaire frequency. After weeks of refinement and testing, the first ever 369 Hz billionaire frequency was created. We also created 3 other sound frequency, which appeared to be more powerful, but they were not completed yet. But this first 369 Hz billionaire frequency is finished and extremely precise. It has 9 decimal points and hits 2 frequencies simultaneously, which means if you use an earphone, one side will have 369.123456789 Hz, and the other side will have 369.987654321 Hz. Now those aren't the actual numbers, but you get the point. This number was specific down to the 9th decimal point, but you have to listen to these 2 369 Hz billionaire frequencies on headphones. That's how you can get the magic of these 369 Hz billionaire frequencies. This is what allowed those billionaires to attract immense wealth. Then Gary went on to tell me, "I tried it for the first time. Something astonishing happened. Within days, I received a $4,700 deposit from an old investment I had completely forgotten about. A week later, I signed a $15,000 business deal that came out of nowhere. It was working. I had used the 369 Hz billionaire frequency to attract wealth without the hard work." Gary told me, "Here are the 4 science-backed ways for you to operate your life at 369 Hz starting today. The first method is to use high-frequency biohacking devices. Elite neuroscientists have developed specialized frequency-emitting machines that can help shift brainwaves into precise vibrational states, including 369 Hz. These machines are only available in high-end biohacking labs and private wellness centers, typically costing $10,000 or more just to access. And even if you could afford one, you'd need weekly in-person sessions, requiring extensive travel and time commitment. That's why billionaires and top executives are the only ones who actually use them, leaving the rest of the world out of the equation. Another way to do it is via isolated meditation retreats. Certain ancient meditation techniques used by monks and spiritual masters have been known to induce high-frequency brain states, including the 369 Hz resonance. But here's the problem. To even begin experiencing this elevated vibrational state, you'd need to spend weeks or even months in total isolation at a retreat in the mountains. Follow a rigid meditation routine for hours every single day. Train under a master who understands vibrational energy shifts, if you can even find one. And even then, there's no guarantee you'll reach the exact 369 Hz frequency, as it requires years of mastery and an almost inhuman level of discipline. The third way to do it is via customized sound wave therapies. Some private research labs have created customized brainwave entrainment sound therapy, audio tracks that can synchronize the mind to specific frequencies, including 369 Hz. But these programs are not available to the public. They're designed for elite clients in Silicon Valley, Hollywood, and the finance world. People who spend tens of thousands to enhance their cognitive abilities and money-attracting energy. For the rest of us, these sound therapies remain locked away, reserved for the wealthy insiders who already have the upper hand. Fortunately, there's a faster, easier, and 100% done-for-you solution. A breakthrough sound technology that precisely generates 369 Hz brainwave synchronization without needing expensive biohacking machines, years of meditation training, or high-cost private therapies. With just listening to our 7-minute 369 Hz billionaire frequency, will effortlessly let you spot hidden wealth opportunities like the elite, attract financial breakthroughs effortlessly, and rewire your subconscious mind for wealth and success. All without lifting a finger. And the best part, you can start using it in the next few minutes, from the comfort of your own home. We now call the 369 Hz frequency the secret billionaire frequency. Gary then said this to me, "Give me your phone I am going to transfer the secret billionaire frequency to it. Listen to this for 7 minutes a day, and the changes start happening immediately. Just remember your promise. If it works for you like it worked for us, you'll spread the word. It all made so much sense. I mean, think about it. Frequency is what shapes everything in the entire universe. Even the famous Nikola Tesla confirmed this. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Since the secret of the universe is 369 hertz, that simply means by listening to the secret billionaire frequency, we can attract prosperity that's available in this universe. I listened to it at home, not knowing what to expect. Let me tell you this. The secret billionaire frequency was unlike anything I'd ever heard. The moment I hit play, I felt relaxed, like my stress was melting away, as if I was immediately transported into a serene, endless green field. The kind you only see in dreams, where the air is crisp, the sunlight is warm, and everything feels effortless, weightless, limitless. The next morning I woke up at 6 a.m., just like any other day. Nothing felt different. By 8 p.m. that night, I checked my bank balance, still overdrawn by $122.53. A late fee of $259.76 from my car loan had pushed me even deeper into the red. My stomach dropped. I felt like an idiot for believing this recording could change anything. This isn't working. But then I remembered something Gary had told me. Listen to these two 369 hertz billionaire frequencies on headphones. That's how you can get the magic of these 369 hertz billionaire frequencies. So, I sighed, put my headphones on, and reluctantly let the two 369 hertz frequencies wash over me once again. Just a quick recap. When you use an earphone, one side will have 36, 9.1, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hertz, and the other side will have 36, 9.9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 hertz. Now those aren't the actual numbers, but you get the point. Then the next day something happened. Around 10 a.m., my phone buzzed. A notification from my bank, $3,691.75 deposit received. I blinked. Where did this money come from? I checked the details. It was from an old insurance claim I had filed 3 years ago, one that had been denied, except the company had reviewed my case and suddenly decided to pay out in full. I couldn't believe it. It wasn't a fortune, but it was the first financial win I'd had in years, and it had a 3, a 6, and a 9 in the amount. I was like, is this for real? But then things got even weirder. At work, things started falling into place effortlessly. I started closing more sales than anyone else in my department. My manager took notice, a guy who had never even remembered my name. Out of nowhere, I was called into the office. "Alex," he said, leaning forward, "I don't know what's changed, but we've seen a huge jump in your performance, and we want to promote you to a senior role." With it came a $5,000 salary increase. That means $60,000 of salary increment in a year. But it didn't stop there. A few weeks later, I was out grabbing coffee when I ran into an old friend from high school, James. We hadn't talked in years. As we caught up, he told me about a side business he had started, a simple e-commerce store that was beginning to take off. He needed a partner to help manage the sales and marketing. I said yes, and within 6 months, we had built the business to over $50,000 a month in profit. I went from struggling to pay rent to having more than enough money to quit my job forever. But the best part? My wife and son moved back in with me. The look in her eyes, no longer filled with disappointment, fear, or exhaustion, was worth more than any amount of money. For the first time in years, we were a family again. We could finally eat dinner together without worrying about the cost. We could finally laugh, relax, and plan for the future. And most importantly, my son could grow up seeing his father as a provider, not a failure. And when I look back, I realized none of this was luck. It was the secret billionaire frequency. My sister, who had been jobless for 8 months, landed a 6-figure remote position just days after listening. My childhood best friend, Daniel, suddenly received an unexpected $8,000 bonus at work after years of being overlooked. My neighbor, Sarah, who had been drowning in debt for over a decade, got an email from her bank. Her entire remaining $37,000 student loan balance had been wiped clean due to a clerical adjustment she had no idea existed. And that's when I realized this wasn't something to keep to myself. Gary and I knew we had to make the secret billionaire frequency available to more people. We want this magic to infuse your life too. Introducing the first deep nano 369 Hz duo frequencies. Developed by the top neuroscientists and psychologists proven to put yourself into a billionaire frequency and attract money effortlessly. It's simple and easy to use. You can do it from literally anywhere. While others are chained to their desks, grinding away at jobs they hate, or spending years climbing the corporate ladder only to hit a ceiling. All it takes is 7 minutes a day, a pair of headphones, just press play, and make you naturally attract opportunities, manifest money, and move through life with ease. No struggle, no exhausting side hustles, no years of trial and error. Just a proven, science-backed billionaire frequency that finally puts you in control of your financial destiny. That's it. Let the sound do its work and let more opportunities flow into your life. With ease. Ending money worries for good. Every day, you'll be unlocking more and more of your hidden ability to attract wealth effortlessly. And what that wealth looks like, that's up to you. Maybe it's finally waking up stress-free, knowing your bank account is overflowing with more money than you could ever need. Maybe it's walking into a luxury car dealership, pointing at your dream car and saying, "I'll take it." Maybe it's booking a spontaneous getaway, first-class seats, 5-star hotels, no budgeting, no second-guessing. Or maybe it's something deeper, true financial freedom where you never have to worry about bills, debts, or working just to survive ever again. Your life will go from scraping by and playing small to living in complete abundance, where you can make decisions based on what excites you, not what you can afford, where money is no longer something you chase, but something that naturally flows to you over and over again. You'll wake up each morning feeling powerful, in control, and limitless. And when people look at you, they'll see someone who has cracked the code and is living life on their own terms. This isn't just some fantasy. This is the reality that's waiting for you. And it all begins with the secret billionaire frequency. It's not your fault that you've been trapped in poor frequency for years, stuck in survival mode, always seeking out problems instead of wealth. But now you've seen the power of the secret billionaire frequency and the good things that follow once your brain is in sync with the billionaire frequency. Everything's going to change for you. Since its release, the secret billionaire frequency has helped thousands of people attract good luck and abundance after they use it. Customers report that they finally have more than enough money to support their family with ease. Their children pass exams with flying colors. Their home feels lighter and more abundant. A struggling single mom named Lisa used it and won $2,000 from a contest she forgot she even entered. Mark, a retired veteran, received an unexpected call from an old friend, offering him a high-paying consulting job. Karen, a former waitress, was struggling to find stable work, until a real estate investor she once served at the diner called her out of the blue and offered her a $7,000 a month assistant position. David, a father of 3, was barely making ends meet until he received an unexpected $12,500 tax refund correction from a mistake made years ago. Money he never expected, arriving at the perfect time. Jessica, who had been drowning in student loans, got a notice that her remaining $34,000 balance had been completely erased. And now it's your turn. For the first time ever, you have the chance to activate your own billion-dollar switch and step into the kind of limitless financial reality that the wealthy have secretly used for years. Nothing complicated, just a simple, done-for-you secret billionaire frequency that tunes your brain to the billionaire frequency automatically. All it takes is 7 minutes a day. The secret billionaire frequency is much faster than meditation and much easier than visualization. It costs less than a night out in town, but the rewards could last a lifetime. And given the transformation that the secret billionaire frequency can have in your life, we could easily offer this at a very high price. So you may be wondering, How much does the secret billionaire frequency cost? Let me ask you this. How much would you trade for a life where money just finds you? Think about it. How much would you invest to wake up and feel financially secure for the first time in years? To check your bank account and see surprise deposits instead of overdraft fees? To walk into work and hear your boss tell you you've been promoted without even asking? To have money flow in effortlessly, whether it's a random bonus, an unexpected refund, or an opportunity you never saw coming? What if instead of feeling stuck in a cycle of stress, you and your family were on a constant lucky streak, where things just seemed to work out in your favor? Would that be worth $500? Maybe $300? Even $200? Now think about how much struggling has already cost you. How much money have you missed out on because you didn't see the right opportunity at the right time? How many pay raises, promotions, or business ideas have slipped through your fingers simply because your brain wasn't tuned to attract them? How much time have you lost worrying about bills instead of enjoying life with your loved ones? The truth is, staying stuck costs you more than anything else ever could. But today, that changes. Because for the first time, you're about to use the same billionaire frequency that has been quietly working for the ultra-wealthy for decades. And while some have suggested that this breakthrough sound technology should be priced at $500 or more, I refuse to make it something only the rich can access. I believe everyone deserves the chance to experience this transformation. That's why today, you won't need to invest $500, not $200, not even $100. For a limited time, you can get instant access to the secret billionaire frequency for just $49. But because you've made it this far, I know you're serious about finally stepping into a life of wealth, freedom, and effortless abundance. So here's my offer to you. Right now on this page only, you can get everything for just $39. That's another $10 off, simply because I want as many people as possible to experience this for themselves. And all I ask in return, that you send me your success story once your financial breakthroughs start happening. Because if there's one thing I know for certain, once you press play, your life will never be the same. All you have to do is to click the button below to get started now. The moment you hit the Order Now button below, you'll be taken to a safe, encrypted checkout page